previously at Cowley Hill Farm. Let's go round, hook, in, bang. Definitely recommend. The lambs got their all-important Zolvix break dose. We had some visitors from across the river, and tupping gets ever closer as we sorted the ewes into their tupping groups. Rev up a bit. Choke on. Back again. No, we're not onto the second group of ewes yet. I'm just going to get some fat lambs weighed. It is Saturday. These were wormed a week ago. They're going to go on Monday. So we're just going to get them through. All we've got left now is pretty much the dregs. Literally the last few. I'm hoping to draw out 15. That is what I've told the abattoir anyway. Go on, lambs. They're definitely looking better since they've been wormed. Good lambs. I think you're all going there actually. You can just tell half of these are cades, or even 2/3 of these are cades. Anything over 42 kilos with a bit of condition on can go, because at that stage they're better gone than holding on to them, especially these cadey things. Wait for ID, I'll do the drafting myself. You're one of the better lambs, so if you weigh, I'm confident. Oh! Release. Oh yeah, 1. 37. That's right. Release. Oh. I would set it on auto release, but I just want to make sure they're fit. There's nothing worse than getting a kill sheet back. They might be the right weight, but they haven't finished. The last of the dregs off out to the field. There's 30 left now. I think 15, 17 on the trailer without looking. That'd be my guess, but yes. We'll drop these off, then we've got to reset all this up at the age used. There we are. Ready to go again. We're gonna, as it's Saturday, set it up now. We're gonna go early tomorrow, Sunday morning, and just get a few other potter about jobs done this afternoon rather than start at something big. 45 animals, 22.2 as the lightest, heavy is 51, average 38.9, average live weight gain 180, which is not too bad this time of year. So yeah, I'm happy. I think we've got 15 in the trailer. I'll take that. If the average 38.9, shouldn't be too long until the rest of them are ready. There's a lot of 36s, 38s. I've been killing out 42 the last few draws, so that is the target. The lamb price has dropped. The lamb price has dropped back recently, so not expecting 140s as much anymore, more mid 120s. We can average towards 140 for the whole group throughout the whole year. I'm happy. Especially those who've had corn now for a couple of weeks. Well, most of them are cades, I've had it for a while, but the last few dregs of the ones that weren't cades have had corn for a couple of weeks. So hopefully a couple more weeks on that and we can get them going. That would be happy thinking. Do not want any around at Christmas. Well, actually, we're hoping to get a few of those into boxes, so if a few do get ready at Christmas, it would be ideal. You stay there. Good. It's a nice lot of lambs, that. Happy with them. Look good. Right, there you go, and look at the cull ewes. They're what are going with them later. Not today, on Monday. And yeah, now set up. And I probably nearly took myself out. And I'll see you not Monday, tomorrow, sorting those sheep. That is the ewes in it. It's just starting to spit rain, so we want to hurry up a bit. We've got some replacement tags, so any of them that are missing, they can go in. We're drafting freeways, beef hock on the trailer. Anything over 75 kilo is going in this pen. They're going to the McGowan tup, which is the one that throws smaller sheep and more efficient sheep. And the smaller ones going here, and they're going to the Klinkenberg tup group. Oh, when these create some new groups, that would be clever, wouldn't it? Well, the group. Boom. Okay. I tell you what, one of the most satisfying things today is we've been putting in all the replacement tags, so every sheep now works on the Tapari automatically. It's a bit of a faff re-tagging them, but some have lost the tags, wrong way around, that would help. So you put that in, just like that. It's exactly the same tag as what was in there before, it's just a replacement, and that means it works on the EID and the machine knows what it is. Release. Oh, just makes everything work so much more smoothly. I bet this is that one's mate and it's 10284. Am I right? Am I wrong? See, 10284. They must have been siblings, because that was 10282 that literally just came through, and this is 10284. Born in, I can't even see, 2019. And also a good thing today, I saw this one had a green leg, which means it's one that was lame and it was sound today. And pretty much all the sheep here that we have, well, all the sheep that we treated a few weeks ago for being lame, they're sound now, so it worked, and we're up with that, as we were struggling a bit with lameness at one point. There we go. Double that way just to make sure. Right, Klinkenberg, save, release. That is us done. So that leaves us with the McGowan Tupping group behind us. We'll have a close look at them. We've got the beef flock in the trailer. I'm going to go drop them off, and then we've got the Klinkenberg ones in the field. I'm just going to go and sort these beef flock, then I'm going to come back and just have a double count up to make sure we've got the right amount in both. If we haven't, we might just have to do a couple of switcheroos, but it looks about right to me. As the beef flock dropped off there on this field, if you remember, this is where the ewe lambs were a month ago. The grass has come back really nicely across the river, so in the next week I'm going to push them over there, just let them graze this off first. And we also need to take the teaser tups out here, because 2 are in here now, and the borderlessers, but no rush, because my planning these are going to go to tup a week later than everything else. As it is England, it is raining as always. Well, it hasn't been this year, has it? I don't know why I said that, but we have 48 in that group, or 49, and we have 58 in this group when I just counted across the field. So I'm just going to pop 5 of these into that group, and they should be even. They don't matter 1 or 2 either way. And the way I'm going to do that is just look and see anything that's a bit framey is going to go over there, because the idea is to reduce frame and sheep size. If there's something stocky and heavy, that doesn't mean it's a bigger sheep. If you notice, a lot of them in that group, they have quite big frames, and when looking through, I was looking, and they're like 85, 90 kilos when they're in line at the heaviest, where a lot of these, none of these go above 75 through most of the year, 77, 75. But yeah, some, a bit like this one here, it's a bit more of a frame on it, rather than these stockier ones that are just a bit leaner. And as with the beef flock, the group that is staying here is going to get a week until a tup goes in, because these tend to be the leaner ones that are a bit lighter, so we're going to give them an extra week just to get a week's more good stuff into them. And it doesn't mean I'm right, this is just the way I'm thinking, and in future, as I've said, we will do a bit more genetically. But as you can see in that group, they're bigger sheep, so they're going to go to the smaller, more compact tup to try and even the flock up, because we don't want, like, there's a couple in there that are 100 kilos. We don't need 100 kilo ewes. If they're at 75, 80 max, we're happy, which is more like this group in here. So yeah, obviously there are some nice sheep in there that are around 75 kilos. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. All done. So now we just get these out, and these are coming on the trailer. Job done. Oh, and I'm just gonna scan them back through to make sure they're all on this scoop, because a couple jumped out, but you don't need to do that. So yeah, job's a good one. Are you ready to rumble, Josie Joe? Good girl. Good girl. Come on, girls. "15 fat lambs, 15 coal ewes." Off we go. Good girl, Joe. I don't know what I'd do without her, but yeah, I'd have to be a lot more organised, I know that. Don't you love it when sheep get out on a Monday morning? There's hardly any difference in the grass this side and that side. They just thought this side would be better. Whee. All back where they should be. Right, we've got a change of plan. Healthy late breakfast. So the ewe lambs that got out, we're moving them now onto a field of volunteer wheat. We've never done this before, but he's offered it us for a week, 10 days. So you can see how we get on. Something a bit different. I was a bit, didn't know what to think of it, called me, but when I had a look, I was like, bum out. It's like a carpet. I'm sure they'll be fine there for a week, whatever. So a week extra grazing, isn't it, Joe? Something different. Hopefully we can get them on 3 trailer loads. I hope. And again. Tell you what, it's very handy for loading here. Obviously, these have sheep, or some they used to have sheep farms. So you've got a little pen here, you can back up, little catch pen. So hopefully we can get all these on 3 loads. 150 odds to 50 loads, something like that. Not the heaviest things. Right. Sit down. Get down. Here. Come here. That'll do. Sit down. Shut up, Joe. Just look at this. First time I've ever been offered anything like this, and we'll see how it goes, but I can't believe how much this has grown. It's volunteer wheat. What he reckons last year, because it was so bad, or this year even because it's so bad, some of the seeds dropped out because the plants were dying, and yeah, it's basically reseeded the whole field with wheat. They're going to plough this up in 10 days and put beans in, but I've had the opportunity to try and graze it down for him, which going forward I think a lot more arable farms are going to try doing stuff like this. It's a very last minute thing. I did say to him, if we want to try a bit more like this next year, I'd definitely be keen, but we got the heads down. Fortunately for me, this field's fenced, else probably it would have been a no-go because you don't have time this week to get a fence, but because it is, got 10 acres of volunteer wheat. Look how good grazing this is. I do wish they were all shorn, but it is what it is. But there's a proper mat across it, and if they do somehow graze this off in 3 or 4 days, there is another field to go at, but we'll just see how they get on. Yeah, something new, something cool. Could be the start of something new. Grazing arable crops pre-drilling for stuff like this. They've all got their heads down, they're liking it. I'm chuffed. And didn't know about this 2 hours ago. So in 2 hours, we weren't going to do it. And speaking to Cowley, we've got grass grazing. He originally was going to plough it Wednesday, it's now Monday. It's the 20th of October. He was going to plough it on Wednesday, which would be the 22nd, but because I said they're not really doing much in a day and a half, he's put ploughing back until after the rain this week, and he's going to go at it next week. There might be a couple more days on top of that, if we can get this down. Maybe another one. He's got 3 fields he wants to put beans in, so just look at it down there. What an opportunity. I know everyone goes on about this regenerative farming. I just call it traditional farming, mixed farming. And that's basically what this is. So arable farmer working with a livestock farmer, or you're doing it all yourself. Grazing crops, putting muck and natural matter back into the soil so the crop next year benefits from it. It all works in a cycle. This regen stuff's been going on for years. It's traditional mixed farming, like. And if people work together like this, like, it just shows there's a lot of opportunities out there, and it benefits both parties, because they're getting this grazed off, so they might not have to spray the crops off. They're getting free manure back into it, so and I get grazing for sheep, so it benefits everyone all round.